everyone. I wanted to introduce you to this amazing woman. Her name is Tara Supplizio. Her and her husband Tom own a veterinarian clinic here in town, and she is one of my individual clients. We do some one-on-one sessions. She's now transitioned to group sessions, which is awesome. But we wanted to talk a testimonial about the kind of the rehab stuff we have done for her and where she's at. So let's go into, where were you before we started training, health-wise, pain level? Like, were you running? Were you able to run? Was it with pain? Like, so let's tell your story.
Well, about 5, maybe 7 years ago, I started having a lot of back pain, and I think related to long distance running. And I ignored it, and I continued to run, and the pain continued to increase until I couldn't run anymore.
Where was that pain?
My low back.
Okay.
And so yes, I just wasn't able to take the impact of running, and I just kind of stopped exercising because I was so painful. So I was looking to strengthen, increase my flexibility, just be able to exercise again. I mean, my back was so bad I couldn't bend over to put socks on. It was horrible.
So daily tasks and stuff were?
Daily tasks were difficult, and exercise seemed very unappealing.
Okay.
Because of the pain.
How did you improve? Like, what are some things that really worked for you that we did, and how did you improve?
I think just you teaching me how to use the things in the gym. I didn't really know how. I hated going to the gym because I didn't know how things work, and I would just walk around and do random exercises. But you got me into a program where I knew what I was coming in to do, and I could gauge my improvement, my flexibility, my endurance and strength over time because I was doing the same routine.
Very structured?
Yep, structured, okay. And that was good. You also addressed nutrition, which is something that I wasn't really paying attention to, and my protein intake and that kind of thing.
So with Tara, she's hypo-flexible, so she is the opposite spectrum of me, who I'm hyper-flexible. So we really worked on her, just working on that flexibility, teaching her how to roll out, use a foam roller, use a stick, use a lacrosse ball, and then we realized, so working on that hamstrings. Her hamstrings were so tight, they were pulling on that lower back. Your psoas, I showed her how to kind of floss and work that out, and then core strength. We worked on her gait as well, because a lot of weakness, things were kind of falling in. And then, so what made things different? How did because I know you've had trainers before. How was it different this time?
I think you kind of addressed the whole person. So exercise, nutrition, body work, the whole thing, and being consistent with it too. I was definitely more consistent than I've ever been in the past. And you're great about correcting. Like, if I'm not doing something right, you see it immediately and correct it, and you're great with modifications. If it's something is too much strain, you change it to, suit my ability.
I'm gonna add one thing. So Tara has 3 boys, and constantly she has a huge heart, and she constantly pours into everybody else. And so kind of that teaching you how to pour into and take care of self-care and take care of yourself. Because if you're in pain, you can't.
And that's another thing. I have prioritized my exercise, my nutrition. I intentionally, leave time to eat meals, whereas before I skipped a lot of meals, which was fine, but I pay more attention.
Okay. So how is your pain level now? Granted, so we're a little bit farther out from our individual training, so we're not quite as consistent, but where was your pain after we were done on that individual stuff?
Well, let's see. When it started, my pain was, I don't know, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably 6 to 7 all the time.
Okay.
And now I would say it's probably a 3,
Okay.
2 to 3 even.
Okay.
So much better. It's not completely gone, but it's so much better. I can bend down and put my socks on now. I don't grunt.
Okay.
Yep. So yes, yeah. The reduction in pain has been significant.
Well, thank you. Thank you for doing
Thank
this.
you. Thank you
Awesome.
for all your help.